the draw was very good for the title race. I think it's City. Just for a title race perspective, City dropping points in the first half of the season has to happen. If they don't, they run away with it because we know how City are going to end the campaign. So just from a neutral perspective and hopefully having at least 2, if not 3 teams in a title race, City dropping some points was really good. But this weekend they're playing Spurs. Spurs have got half a team missing. So it's interesting because a lot of Spurs fans are talking about City and you're their bogey team. Do you still think Spurs will be City's bogey team now that you play open and expansive football?
We could do, but definitely not at the Etihad.
I reckon against Spurs at the Etihad is actually decent. I think they've won once since 2016.
I think the last time we won like the last game there. I think that was the one where Harry Kane made us win 3-2. But apart from that, we don't beat him at the Etihad ever.
Yeah, okay. Tell them the truth, Kate. You're the wisdom of Spurs. What?
I don't know about that. I expected us to get absolutely slaughtered at the Etihad. I think it'll be a mauling because we leave so much space. I think if we had our first 11, I'd be going there with some little tiny bit of confidence. We may possibly, if everything goes our way, get a draw. But now, looking at the team we've got and City, I think they're going to absolutely eat us for breakfast.
If you play like you did against Villa, man, I'll be very happy with that, man.
Lewis, I've got a question for you. Yeah, like, bro, do you think that obviously right now when I watch you guys, similar sort of thing as Arsenal, you're not looking as fluid as what you were looking like obviously last year. KDB is a big miss, obviously, and Alvarez in that 10 role for me just doesn't really work, right? What are you just kind of waiting as a City fan? Are you just waiting for KDB now? Because it seems like a lot of your creativity is coming from Doku, or how would you sort of go about it to fix that issue, man? Because it's a recurring thing now. It's really becoming a recurring thing in terms of how you create right now.
Yeah, we're just kind of chilling, man. We're just sort of like taking it easy, bro. Honestly, man, we're not invested in it like you guys. We know we'll get to February. Kevin De Bruyne will come back. Haaland will be there. John Stones will be there. And we'll go on a mad run. And
what if KDB is not looking? What if KDB is not looking the same though? What if KDB doesn't come back looking the same?
KDB's
I saw a video. Hang on a minute, bro. I saw a video of KDB. That man's hips look ruined, bro. Man looks stiff.
He looks skinny.
Nah,
I got to ask these things. You didn't answer the question.
Guys, LB, you just said you didn't care. It is what it is. This is what I hate about City. Pep even had to get his fans up out of their seats for a game. Like, you guys are not invested. You guys not invested in the title race. You're not invested in the season until it gets to late in the season. Your fans are showing that they're not caring.
No, Miguel, but you don't understand. This is why it's a joke. The team are that good. LB can sit there and look at him. Man's chilling, bro.
He doesn't know the answers himself.
We don't have to struggle for it.
I'm going to defend City fans here. When I had my season tickets at Man United, it was from sort of the mid-2000s until, like, I did it for like a decade. And I always used to get bantered by friends of mine. My dad would do it. Oh, Old Trafford, bad atmosphere. And it's because we were so confident we'd beat 95% of the teams that arrived. It was hard to get up for games. Like, genuinely, you would sing and you do things, but it was it was so chilled. I very rarely went to Old Trafford thinking, oh, we might lose today. A couple of teams a year, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea, and those atmospheres were amazing. So I understand why it's a little bit lukewarm at the Etihad sometimes, because they're just so confident and relaxed and laid back. They have no anxiety, and it's just I know it's annoying for rivals, but I completely get it because United were there 10, 15, 20 years ago. I know exactly how it feels.
I don't get it. I've never known that feeling in my whole life, and I'm so jealous right now.
No, but Terry, it's a problem when they treat a Premier League match like it's a Europa League game.
No, it's not a problem.
What are you talking about?
It's not a problem.
What do you mean we treating it like a Europa League game? What you
Bro, this is what I mean. Liverpool City, 12:30 kickoff. It's one of the biggest games of the season because it's against a team that you're competing against for the last couple of years. It's supposed to be a big rivalry game, and your fans can't even get up to it, to the point where your manager has to say after the game, I wanted them to show more energy.
I agree.
It is a problem. You might not want to address it because your team keeps winning.
Let me tell you something.
It is a problem.
No, let me tell you something, yeah? So, first of all, 12:30 kickoffs are never perfect for atmospheres. And two, the only reason our manager's the only one that says it is because our manager's the only one with any balls to actually say it, yeah? All clubs in this country have the same issue with atmosphere. And to say you don't, then you're just lying, yeah? Some clubs have music playing through the speakers to artificially enhance the noise levels. But none of your
Like,
managers,
yeah.
none of your managers can say that because they know they'll get absolutely cooked. We'll take it, and I'm sure the next game the City fans will be
Not like you said, though,
make a racket.
Pep will say it because he's got no fans to answer to.
No, the
Oh,
fans
you're a Spurs fan, man. You're a Spurs fan.
He's got no one to answer. No, there's going to be no outrage from the fans.
Okay.
Nah, literally, that sounded like you lot were playing behind closed doors. I'm gonna be real with you. I'll be like, it was shocking.
He's
When Trent shushed the crowd, they actually listened. That's the problem.
I've heard he's getting banned for that.
I would never. Bro,
I didn't hear that. He might have something for that.
I ain't taken that from an Arsenal fan, yeah. Because when I went down to your place,
if you go to
let Lewis speak.
I went down to your place, yeah, when it was snowing, right, and we took 3,000 fans down there, and your stadium was empty. It was an absolute disgrace. Neville called it out on Sky Sports. Now you're all buzzing. What? Because Arteta's got your second place. And you've got a dog running around the place, and all your fans are all buzzing all of a sudden. So I won't take nothing from you. You need to win a Premier League. You need to win a Champions League. Warrior UCL for Arsenal. Still never won a Champions League. And then we'll speak. But for you to talk about City fans, when your stadium was empty at City versus Arsenal a few years ago, just because there was a bit of snow, when 3,000 City fans made the journey down, that was embarrassing, man.
Why are you always lying? Why are you lying, bro?
No, he's not lying. It was empty. It was empty, bro. It was empty.
Wait, also, you know why he's got a problem?
Bro, everybody sat at home. Everyone that was there, everyone that seen that game knew that game was painted as one of the biggest games of the season. The crowd, you couldn't even buy a ticket. There were so many Arsenal fans there that there's people outside waiting to see if they can get a ticket to go in last minute. I don't know what you're talking about empty. I'm thinking you're confusing
empty. I was there, bro. It was
I'm
empty,
sorry,
man.
That is crazy to even try to say.
I think you're forgetting the game ago.
Second of all, the reason why I said when Trent shushed the crowd, everyone went quiet is because you tried to do that at Anfield. You tried to do that anywhere else. When you give it to the crowd, they're supposed to give it back. Your crowd just sat down and said, "You know what? We'll have our tea and chill."
Yo, Igal. Okay, listen. You can tell the difference in levels of club when you're doing up flipping crowd Olympics, man. Like the fan Olympics, like our crowd's better than your crowds. One, the main thing is this: the reason why it doesn't matter how Man City fans are when they're in their home ground is because their team is that good that they just win. They could win with 5 people in there or 100,000 people in there, 20 people. It doesn't matter for Man City. Their team is that good. Arsenal, Man United, Spurs, we might need the fans to make a noise and give us a little uplift because we're not as good as City and we need an extra advantage.
Everyone knows that they play fake crowd noise at the Emirates. It's the most famous stadium for it because your fans are just always Yeah, they do.
No.
Yeah. And yes, you know they do. And LB,
I don't know that. They play fake noise at your ground.
That's why it's called the empty crate.
One second. Anyone who's done an Emirates stadium tour, if they played fake noise, wouldn't they play it for everyone when they do a stadium tour? They don't do that at the Emirates. I've seen it. I've seen it. And
why would they do that during a stadium? I don't know. What's going on there?
Listen,
in the tour, you know. What's going on?
Why would they play it on a tour?
Anyway, the funniest thing is, you're sitting here trying to defend it when I've literally seen plenty of tweets the past 2 weeks of Arsenal fans themselves complaining about the atmosphere at 3 o'clock kickoffs because last week, prior to an international break, you guys were leaving 15 minutes to go with the game left.
Yep.
Half of your fan,
George,
walking out 75 minutes in.
Are you talking about the Manchester United game?
Call yourself about atmosphere. You haven't got one if you're leaving.
Listen,
what happened to those guys?
Honestly,
what
I
happened
have
to the guys in the black
people
t-shirts?
who leave games early. So you're
what happened to that little clan that you lot have? The black t-shirts, the drums. And they go on the bridges and make noise.
You know what happened?
The Ashburton Army.
Them guys.
Arsenal messed up. In my opinion, the club started this ticket process where they do ballots instead of first come first serve to try to make it more fair. But what it's done is it's allocated tickets that were usually going to the Ashburton Army people to other people, and it's kind of spread them up.
So you do have the atmosphere issue.
One question about the Ashburton Army. What is Ashburton? I don't know. What is Ashburton?
I honestly don't know. I think I honestly don't know why
that video of them like in some
I
alleyway
genuinely
banging
don't know
drums.
what the name is, where the name originates
I'm
from.
googling it here. Ashburton and Arsenal. Like, let me remove the army bit and Google it. Ashburton and Arsenal. The history of Ashburton Grove, Highbury Stadium. Is that, I don't know what it means. Someone in the comments must say, is that a road that the stadium was on or something? Ashburton Grove. Oh, so Ashburton Grove is the road that the Emirates Stadium is on. That's what it is.
Oh, fair enough.
There we go.
That,
Makes
maybe
sense.
that's the road that they come walking in from. But personally, for me, Terry, what they've done this season with the way they changed the ticket process, it's kind of affected this the stadium, in my opinion. But hey, long story short, the reason why I was saying this is because of the fact that the Ashburton Army are not as loud as last season because there's not as many of them allocated in that area. They've kind of split them up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They're all at the Etihad supporting Man City now. That's why.
They're all in the alley. No, it is. They're done. They're all in the alleyway.
I've seen the Ashburton Army. I just thought they all got grounded by their mum and dad, to be honest with you. I thought they were all grounded. Listen, we're going to be talking Arsenal and the title race coming up soon in the show.